What's up, everybody, and welcome back to Savvy Sips, the podcast where we take you behind the scenes of this crazy bartending world. I'm your host, Gabby Doodlebop Owens, okay? I'm a bartender here at TFW Bartending, and I'm thrilled that you are here with us today for another episode full of drinks, laughs, and everything in between. Today's episode is brought to you by DFW Bartending here in the North Texas area. Go-to crew for premium bartending and liquid catering. Whether it's weddings, private parties, pop-up mixology classes, we bring the flavor, the flair, and the fun, baby. Y'all already know what time it is, all right? It is time to get to the cocktail of the week. Today, we are sipping on something that feels just right for our guests, the Summer Spritz. It's mixed with Aperol, yuzu syrup, agave topped with club soda. It's sweet, a little bubbly, and perfect way to toast to the end of the school year, baby. Yeah. We'll be posting all of our recipes on all of our socials at DFW Bartending, on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, so you can make this at home and maybe prepare for some summer breaks. All right, so let's get into it. Our guest today just wrapped up another school year as a teacher, but when that final bell rings, she trades grade papers for pouring drinks, baby. She's one of our awesome bartenders here at DFW Bartending, and she's bringing some energy to the pod, baby. Please welcome Rachel Goggles Moon, baby.
Hey, Gabby.
What is going on, Rachel?
Nothing much, just getting ready for summer.
I know that's right. So, first of all, congratulations. All right, the school year is over with. How do you feel about that?
Relieved.
Just relieved? That's it? There's no more excitement behind that?
Excited for summer.
Right on. Well, go ahead, introduce yourself to the people. Let them know. Clearly, you're a teacher, but go ahead, let them know a little bit about yourself.
Well, my name is Rachel. I'm a teacher, and I've been bartending with DFW for a few years now.
Yeah, a few years, like 3 years, 4 years.
Since 2018.
Oh, shit. Right on. How long have you been teaching?
For 10 years.
10 years?
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Yeah,
That's crazy.
this is the end of my 9th and about to go into my 10th year teaching.
What? Mm-hmm. So you're gonna work through and be a retired teacher? Or?
Never know.
Never know
what the year brings.
All right. Now, you've got such a unique story being a teacher and during the day, and then you bartend at night.
I know.
You literally live two different lives now.
It is. Two completely different lives.
How do you balance all of that? As far as during the day, having those long days with the kids, and do you let loose at work when you have an event, or you let loose in other ways?
Oh, for sure. If someone's worked with me, they know I let loose. Love to dance if the music's good.
Yeah.
Got a good DJ. I'm there.
I know that's right.
It's fun.
Yeah.
It's a fun after work job.
Yeah. Don't really have to babysit anybody.
Sometimes.
Sometimes. Okay. So how did you get into teaching, and how long have you been doing it?
So this is ending my 9th year, and I kind of thought I always was supposed to be a teacher.
Really?
Kind of always thought I was supposed to work with kids, and ended up teaching. So taught quite a few grade levels now. So
what all grade levels?
Kindergarten. This is my 2nd year teaching kindergarten.
I know, that's a good time.
That was actually my first year. So I taught kindergarten my first year, and I stopped teaching.
Did you?
I did.
For how long?
For a year and a half.
I
traveled for a year and a half, and it was so much fun.
They ran you off your first year.
Oh my gosh, I still remember them kids. They were crazy, but they were my babies. So.
What were some of the things that happened, your first year, that just kind of made you step back? It was do I really want to do this?
My favorite thing was these 2 little boys were playing in the hallway, and I told them to come in, it was time to line up for lunch or whatever, and they wouldn't line up, but I called both their parents. Well, one parent decided to come up to the school.
Ooh, that's the worst.
And the other little boy who was playing with the boy whose parent had just came up was literally hey, I'll see you later, buddy. And the other boy was still playing. He's like, no, just keep playing. Like, keep playing in the hallway. And his mom, and he's like, no, Miss Moon, don't leave me.
Because he was going to get toe up.
Because his mom was there. But then my other one is one of my students brought a water balloon the size of, like, my head or bigger.
To school?
In her backpack.
Kids are crazy.
And it was hilarious. And, like, she just kept looking at her backpack. And I was like, is there something in your backpack? Like,
How
is
did
everything
it
okay?
survive?
And I was scared because I was like, is it an animal? Is it a snake? Is it a bird? Like, what's in her backpack? And it was a water balloon. Like, I'm talking about, like, this big.
How in the hell did she even get it in her
No clue.
backpack?
No
How
clue.
did it survive?
And it survived all the way to school. And this is like lunchtime. And the water balloon is still in her backpack. And whenever they went to lunch, I got it out of her backpack. And it was like this big dude. And I was like, what in the world?
What the hell? What made her do that? That is
I have no
hilarious.
clue,
Kids are
but
funny, man. They
they're
just do
hilarious.
anything. A water balloon in her backpack.
Yep.
That is wild. When did bartending come into the picture?
So I actually worked at a restaurant for since I was in high school. And whenever I graduated, I continued to work at that restaurant. But then they actually wanted me to become a manager, but I was already back teaching full time. And I was like, I can't work 5 days a week and manage and still be a teacher. Like, it doesn't work that way.
Yeah.
And they let me go. Like,
They say, well, forget
that
you then.
one day that I was working. And then my friend, who is actually Savannah's brother, messaged me and asked if I wanted to come work a shift for his sister. And the rest is history.
What?
So, yep.
That's wild. That's wild.
Yeah, my high school job got me through high school
Yeah.
and 2 degrees and
I know that's right, girl.
into my new career.
13
But they were
years.
like, girl, you can't work 1 day a week.
Yeah, right.
So
If you didn't have the teaching job, would you thought about going into management, or that's just that was like far from your thought? No,
I don't think I would have ever thought about it.
I ain't gonna lie. Me either.
Would
I
you-
was
would
I
you-
was asked a couple of times. I worked at 54th Street, and they asked me a couple of times about management. I was just like, nah.
It's not for me.
What's that? 70, 90 hours a week.
No thanks.
Weekends gone. You pretty much live up there. And I was making good money, so it's just like, I don't know if I
Right.
want to make that pay cut. 'Cause
Exactly.
It was definitely going to be a pay cut for sure. Well, did you start from the bottom? Like, where did you host?
Oh, the
Then,
complete
you-
bottom.
Yeah.
I literally hosted.
Yeah.
I still see my first night hosting on a Friday night in my head. That is wild. Did you host too?
Yes. I started off
that's
as
where you have to
hosting.
start.
Yeah, then I started bussing, and then I did the express, all the to-go stuff,
Same.
answering the phones, and then finally started serving. Then I was bar backing before I started bartending or whatever. But yeah, I did it all.
I hosted, did to go, I served, and then I went to expo. Like, man, that was
Yeah.
a good expo.
Yeah. So same here. I had
Man.
regulars. Like how you have regulars calling in to go orders.
I know, right?
Hey, I used to love it though, man. What?
To go was fun.
It is fun. You get to kick it in the kitchen. You got cooks cooking you stuff, handing you stuff. What? That was literally my
Man,
favorite. Because if
my
it was
cooks-
slow, best believe I'm eating all
My
night.
cooks, man, they could cook.
And it ain't no menu stuff either.
No.
Okay?
Oh
They
my
back
God.
there making up stuff.
It's
What?
such good stuff.
I'm telling you. What do your coworkers at school think about you and your bartending hustle? Like, are they jealous of you? Do they want to do it? Or do they ask you questions or anything like that?
So I kind of live a double life.
So they don't know?
As some of them don't know.
Really? You don't talk about it?
Like, occasionally, like, it'll come up in conversation, like, oh, like, you know, I worked a really cool event this weekend, or sometimes, like, I was taking a half day to come do an awesome event, like, with us.
Right.
And it'll come up in conversation then, but I don't
So you keep them
necessarily-
separate?
I keep it super separate.
Really?
I think it's because of, like, being a teacher and being a bartender, like,
So, like, judgment? You feel like they would
Yeah.
judge? Damn teachers.
No, I think my team would really support me. I just want to make sure that there's no.
Yeah, right.
Like, teaching is teaching and bartending
is bartending. Yeah, I got you. That was one of my favorite things to do in the restaurant was serve teachers.
Really?
What?
Well, what?
Come in there Friday night, happy hour.
I know.
Don't let it have been a rough week.
Oh.
What? The conversations you hear?
It's always a rough week.
Bro, like between like parents and teachers? Oh my goodness. Y'all got it hard, boy.
I'm pretty lucky though. I had some really good parents.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was my favorite though. Serving teachers, happy hour on a Friday night. What? They in there getting toe up, drinking on sangrias. What?
Yep.
Or margaritas? Oh my God. They there
good margarita
all night.
can go a long way. And sure change that week.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so which is harder? Wrangling up a rowdy class,
girl, you already know.
or bartending, you know, dealing with a rowdy crowd, you know what I'm saying? Or can they sometimes kind of match? Can't nobody match those kids' energy, huh?
They can't match those 5-year-olds. Those 5-year-olds keep you on your toes.
All right, so what was your first event like?
My first event, I had no clue what I was walking into. It was me and Savannah, and oh my gosh, it was so much fun. It was actually a boat party.
Was it?
Yes, an all-white boat party.
What?
Yes.
So like one of them good boats. Not
Yeah.
like a yacht, but like...
Nothing crazy.
Okay.
It was a good barge.
Okay.
But yeah, it was fun. It was me and Savannah. And I was like, of course I had worked at this forever, but like I'd only bartended like once in a blue moon, like literally if someone couldn't come in or something. Like I think maybe once or twice in my entire career did I bartend.
Okay, so it was still pretty new for you. Pretty
yeah, like
fresh.
I was counting the pours, and Savannah still gives me all kinds of crap for that.
For sure. So
Yes.
what was that boat party? Like I know it was an all white party,
It was
but
so much fun. It was this guy's birthday party.
okay.
Shots, like pre-made Jello shots, like someone had brought like lots of drinks, just good music.
Yeah.
Just having a great time. People dancing.
Yeah.
It was fun.
That's definitely something I want to do. Is bartend on a boat, like a cruise ship or something like that.
Yeah,
like, I
that'd
think
be
that
fun.
would be dope to be
What
able to.
cruise line would you want to go with?
I don't fucking know.
No clue.
I have no idea, but just put me on one. It
That'd be
doesn't
fun.
matter. Out here, Carnival. I think that's what it's called.
Carnival
a lot of people
can get pretty wild.
Yeah, that's what they say. So maybe.
Have you
I'll
been on a
start
Carnival
there.
cruise?
No, I haven't. I
Oh.
haven't been on a cruise.
Those
so.
send-off parties.
Yeah. How many cruises have you been on?
Only 2.
Only 2? Where?
I've been to, actually, I think I've been to Cancun, and I've been to the Bahamas.
In the Bahamas.
Bahamas was so much fun. But
Really? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Did you go by yourself or did you?
No, we went with family.
Word.
It was a Disney cruise.
Oh, word. Oh, I want to do a Disney cruise.
Oh my gosh.
I heard they're awesome.
Top
There's a
tier.
little bit, for real? What's
think-
all on a Disney cruise?
Okay.
What's all on a Disney
Oh.
cruise?
I thought you said let's go. I'm like, yes, okay.
That too, for sure. But what's all on it? What can I expect?
Oh my gosh. Well, if you're like a true like Disney fan, like the characters are on there. Awesome dining, like room service, free room service.
Free room service.
Free.
What?
Yes, free room service. It's so much fun. It's perfect.
Do you remember it?
Adult swimming areas, kids swimming areas.
Okay, so they
movies,
kinda keep
movies
it-
by the pool.
What?
Like really fun.
Oh,
They have-
that's
they have their
lit.
own little island, and it's fun whenever you go there.
That's what's up. That's what's up, man. Okay, so what's been your favorite event to work so far?
My favorite event so far has been like Tackle Tomorrow, and I think why it's so important to me is because like being a teacher and seeing this, you know, this celebrity really help the schools like fund like smart boards or programs they need to learn. It really like touches my heart.
I know that's right. All right, so we know bartending comes with some wild stories, okay? We hear a lot of crazy things, even when we don't want to hear them, you know. Our little ears seems to catch everything, right?
Yes.
All right, so let's get into some juicy stuff.
How
What is
juicy
the-
do you want to get into?
Hey, however juicy you want to get. Alright? So you got some juicy stuff. Let it fly out. Alright?
Only one juicy.
Only one juicy. No, anyways. So, what's the funniest or weirdest thing a guest has ever said to you? Now that I know you got some stories.
One guy wanted me to fly out to Vegas with him after I worked an event.
That night?
Yeah.
You ever seen the movie Blink Twice?
No.
What?
What is it about?
All right. So it's about this rich man, right? What's his name? Dang, what's his name? What's the dude from what's that dancing movie?
Channing Tatum?
Yes. So he's in it, right?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's in it. Rich guy, right? And these two server girls like snuck into like the party or whatever, and they met him, and then he invited them to this island to fly out to an island like that night or whatever, and things got a little crazy. Things got a little crazy.
Look it up.
You're gonna have to watch that. Amazon.
Okay. I'll
Amazon.
look it up. Thanks.
Watch that. What'd you tell him though?
No.
That was it? Just no? There was no
Okay.
conversation?
No, I'm good.
Have you ever had to improv a drink on the fly?
Of course, we've all been
All the
there.
time. Yeah, that's all the time. All right,
Whatever
what was like the wildest thing you came up with, or what was something that you came up with?
I think I was working an event and they didn't have a signature drink, and I just started making like whatever I had, like all the mixers,
Yeah.
like cranberry, pineapple, orange juice, club soda, Sprite, whatever it was.
Make it look pretty.
Make it look super pretty. And they started going to other bars asking for the signature drink. And really, it was just what I was making. And I happened to like be checking on the other bar, and they walked up and they were like, "Hey, can we get the signature drink?" And I was like, "I got you," because I was at the other bar. So it was funny.
Oh, that is hilarious. Yeah, I definitely feel like we've all been there. Had to just make up something, especially when somebody just comes up to you and just like, make me something with vodka or make me something sweet.
Sweet.
Yeah, as soon as they say
That's
sweet,
the
I grab pineapple
go-to one.
juice
Yeah.
off the rip. Pineapple juice, or if there's some type of syrup, yeah, I'm finna
Yeah.
put
Make
it
it
all in
good.
there. Yeah,
Yeah.
buddy. Yeah, buddy. All right. What's a shift that just went completely off the rails, but somehow you survived? I think I know which one this one might be. We worked it together.
Which one?
That senior night.
Oh my gosh. I have wiped that shift from my memory. I'm so sad you reminded me of it.
No, if I haven't forgotten about it, you won't. Why?
Okay,
because
so
I was the only bar back.
Let's get there. So you were our bar back, and we were stocked for this event, and
What was it? A bottle per bartender?
bottle
For what?
if
What?
that,
800 people?
if that. And I literally had nothing to make anybody's drinks because we had nothing.
Bro, y'all, Rachel looked at me and said, Gabby.
What are you doing here?
Bro, I was like, hey, man, listen, I'm
in
sweating
charge?
too, bro. Like, what you want me to do about it? I don't know. Yeah, that was...
And then Gabby before the this is gonna be an easy night.
I did say that. I
You
did say that,
you
and I got
jinxed
my
us.
butt handed to me.
You jinxed us.
I did. I definitely did. That was a wild night. That was a wild
That
night. I
was
think
a
it took me
super
a
wild night.
minute to go to sleep when I got home because I just couldn't think
In
about
shock.
it. Bro, like what? It was
Like,
one of
what
me.
the world just happened?
One of me. What was it? 6 bartenders? 8 bartenders?
Yeah.
Yeah, 8 bartenders, and I was
Because
the
we
only
had
bar back.
3 at each main bar, and
Yes.
then one each on the side.
That was crazy.
Yeah,
Rachel,
we
you had me
at
cracking up
least
that night. You were not having it.
Was not.
I think you called Savannah.
I did call Savannah because I wanted her to know it was
You looked at me and said,
out of our control. There was nothing we could do about it.
a computer down.
A whole computer. Like, how in the world are you supposed to work with like one computer?
Bro, you were over it by the end of the night. You were so over it. Oh my goodness. That night was crazy. I've never sweated so much in my life.
Thanks
Jesus
for
Christ.
reminding me.
Absolutely.
About that. My brain
Definitely.
wiped it out.
Definitely. Please. If I got to think about it, you got to think about it, man.
Yes.
That's just one of those things I just can't let go because I'm just so baffled. Like,
it was
what?
wild. Like, how in the world did that just happen?
One bar back for 800 people. I was running people over with the cart, too. I ain't going to lie. Coming through with ice. Oh. Yeah. Excuse me. Excuse me. What? I'm catching all the ankles. I don't even care. Get out of my way.
Just lining up I have nothing. What do you want from me? I have nothing. You want some club soda?
What was another moment where things were completely off the rails, but you survived at the end?
So the event was actually great. Nothing was wrong at the actual event.
Right.
So at the end of the event, you ask your guests to like, hey, can you pull your vehicle around so we can load your vehicle? It's all the extra alcohol that's left over, blah, blah, blah. Well, it was raining so bad, like so bad. And the lady went to go get the truck, and I was like, okay, well, be careful because like the path is like really quick. Like you have to turn super fast.
Yeah.
And well, she turned and like her vehicle like leaned over into like the ditch. And I had to like reach into the vehicle and like get her out. And then it wasn't just like, oh, let's just get the truck out real quick. It was like trucks pulling her out because it was raining so bad and the mud was so thick. We were like up to our shins in mud trying to get this truck out of the mud.
What?
Yes. So
you was out there with them?
Yes.
Trying to help?
Yes.
Mm-mm.
Me and other bartenders.
That is above my pay grade.
In the pouring rain, trying to get her out.
Now, Rachel, you know you get sick easy.
I know.
Why was you out there in the rain, in the mud?
I had to do what I could do and help.
Security.
They helped too.
Yeah, nah, baby. Mm-mm.
It wasn't even enough with just them.
That's wild. Dang. Yeah. How many trucks did it take to get her truck up out the ditch?
The security guy tried to, and then like another person like that was at the event, they had to get their truck.
And they finally got her up out of there?
I swear, I think they had to get another truck to. Mm-hmm.
That's wild. She was sunk up in that bad boy. What?
Yes.
That's wild, man. That's
but it
crazy.
was only like on one side of the vehicle, so like.
Yeah, so one tire was just
spinning.
That's crazy. Mm-hmm. See, I want a truck, but I don't want a truck because of stuff like that.
You're not going to get it stuck in a ditch somewhere. Maybe.
If I want to go muddy.
We'll see.
Hey, now, you got any questions for me?
What's your favorite drink to make?
Old fashioned.
Why an old fashioned?
It's such a simple drink, but you can get super creative with it. You know, they got different flavored bitters, all these different types of whiskeys they have out there, you know what I mean? So, yeah, it's simple, but you can play around with it. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so that'll probably be my favorite drink to make for sure. For sure. That's it? Nothing else?
Where did you work before DFW?
54th Street. You ever heard of that restaurant?
Mm-mm.
No?
Where's it at?
There's a couple different locations. I started off at the Irving location, 635, but that location is no longer there. Then I went to the Euless location, and that's where I was there for a couple of years, and then that's when I quit. But there's one in Louisville, Frisco, the Colony, I think Burleson, or they were thinking about it the last time I was there. But yeah, that's where I started.
Do you think that like the restaurant world and like the world we're in now, like just bartending events is different?
Yes, absolutely. In a restaurant, you're dealing with a totally different crowd of people. I think a little bit more rowdy. A lot more rowdy. And then you have your different crowds in a restaurant too. You have your morning crowd. True. You have your middle of the day crowd. Then you have that night crowd.
What shift did you work?
Night. Always. Right. Well, I did a little bit of both. Mornings was cool because it was busy, quick, easy.
Yep, in and out.
You get it in and out. You know what I mean? Show up at 11, out of there by 2.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Unless you were like opener or
Right. Opener or closer.
Yeah, or closer or whatever. But then I switched to only nights because I did a lot of doubles working in the mornings and at nights. But then I went strictly nights, especially once I started bartending. I was working mostly nights, closing. And I like that a lot better just because, I don't know, it's a different crowd of people that come in late at night, especially at like 8, 9 o'clock. You know what I mean? You got those people in there that's just trying to drink.
Yeah.
They just try to drink, catch some happy hour, eat a little food. But yeah, the night shift was definitely my shift for sure. Then everybody getting together and then like, we're going to go to this bar tonight.
Yep.
Yeah. So like when I worked at the Urban location, there was a spot called Boston's. You know Boston's?
I've heard about Boston.
Okay. So that was our spot to go to. You know what I mean? Because where we worked at, there was also Buffalo Wild Wings, and then there was something else right there or whatever. So like all the servers, bartenders would be at Boston's or whatever after getting off. And they started doing service industry nights.
Oh, man.
On Tuesdays. Good. And it was literally half off everything.
But it was a good night.
What? We used to be in there getting toe up.
I bet.
Oh my God. It was such a great time. And for me, it took me a minute though to go there because I wasn't drinking like that. I was drinking a little bit here and there.
Right.
Never nothing too crazy. And I got turned out. Was up in there.
That serving life.
What? Oh my gosh, got sucked into that so quick. And I was like, all right, bro, I gotta chill.
You gotta calm down.
Gotta get up and open in the morning. And I
Yep.
toe up at 3 o'clock in the morning. Like,
I
what?
know.
Yeah. But yeah, the restaurant crowd is definitely a lot different than doing any events. It's a lot calmer when you're doing events.
Sure
You don't
is.
have to deal with too much. You're doing a lot of simple stuff. You know what I mean? So honestly, coming into DFW, it was almost like a piece of cake for me. Because when you come from a restaurant, everything's so hectic, so fast-paced. You know what I mean? And then coming in here, I'm like, oh, this is it? Like, absolutely can get crazy sometimes.
Yeah, for sure.
For sure. Whatever type of event it is, it can definitely get crazy. But yeah, I was like, oh, this is a lot more laid back than being in a restaurant. Because by the end of the night in a restaurant, you stressed out. Sometimes you be about to cry.
Yes.
All types of stuff go down. But yeah. Sometimes I miss it though. I think it's my regulars that I miss, but I still stay in contact with some of them. So
That's good.
yeah. They cool as hell. Funny as shit too. Yeah. Boom, baby. All right. Let's dig a little deeper, right? What's something bartending has taught you that you didn't expect?
To be calm, be collected, really be like observant of everything going on around you. So kind of already have to do that as a teacher, but like as a bartender, you need to do it as well.
Yeah.
Because you're kind of taking care of someone. So you're watching them in case they're not, watching themselves.
Yeah,
so.
right. How do you like kind of keep your emotions in line, like when it comes to bartending, whether that was in a restaurant or doing events? Because sometimes people can cross those lines, but you still have to like stay professional. So how do you manage that?
You just have to know that like whatever you say is truly a reflection of you and for the company.
Right.
And you never want the company to look bad.
Yeah.
And so you keep that in mind before you respond.
That was definitely something I had to learn, especially like coming from a restaurant, because sometimes people take you there. And I've definitely gotten out of pocket a couple of times. I've gotten out of pocket.
What?
Come on, Rachel. I'm not that bad. What? But yeah, that was one of my biggest things is keeping myself in check. You know what I mean? Like I didn't care about checking nobody else. But as far as is my own emotions, that took a while. Because I just couldn't understand how they could talk to me like that.
Right.
But I can't give it back to them. You know what I mean? Yeah. I've had to learn that.
Thick skin.
I'm still learning.
You'll get there.
Because sometimes I'm just like, bruh, come on,
You'll
man.
get
Like, bruh, I'm human just like you. Chill out. How does it feel to switch between two very focused jobs?
It's kind of like I don't know, it's a great in between. It's like, be really serious and kind of be able to let go at this other job.
Mm-hmm.
I'm in charge still, still taking care of people, but just in a different way.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, from children to adults, drunk adults.
Yes.
I ain't gonna lie, drunk adults are fun.
Sometimes, look like children too sometimes.
Which job gives you more creative freedom?
Man, I don't know, because I feel like both jobs require creativity.
I was just about to say,
so it's not just one or the other. So
when it comes to teaching, do you create your own, teaching plans, I guess?
We collaborate.
Oh, okay.
So you're on a team, of course. Well, not of course. Sometimes you're not on a team.
Mm-hmm.
But, this year, I was lucky enough to be on a team with some great people, so.
So, just a team as far as, different teachers?
Mm-hmm.
And y'all just kind of collaborate on things? Do y'all all do the same lessons, or do...
So, we take turns. So, you rotate, what subject you're doing, every 6 weeks.
Oh, really?
So, we all get, to have a chance to plan a certain subject.
Oh, okay, cool.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Yeah, I don't know much about the teaching world, so that's what's up. What's up.
Teamwork. Just like in bartending, teamwork.
Makes the dream work, baby. That's what they say. That's what they say. All right, for sure. If you could teach a bartending 101 class at school, what would be your first lesson?
Wouldn't.
Even with the teachers? You wouldn't? Think about that. I know. I don't care what nobody says. Teachers be out there. They be drinking. I know they do. They be having a good time.
They do.
Yeah, I know they do. Okay, well, what would be your first lesson to the teachers?
I'm trying to think of what drink would be my go-to for them.
It got to be something good.
Something good.
Something good. Maybe something you've seen on the menu that looks really good, but you just never order it.
I actually had a favorite drink.
And what's that?
It was called a painkiller. I made it at a wedding once. And it was
I ain't gonna lie, that is literally my least favorite drink to make.
What?
Seriously, where'd you have this at? Or where'd you see it at?
It was at one of the events that we worked.
Really?
Yeah.
What?
Yes.
Yeah, that was a drink that was on our menu when I worked at 54th Street. And that was literally one of everybody's number one. But I hated making it. I don't know why. It was just annoying.
I didn't mind
dealing
it.
with the coconut flakes and the coconut cream. And it was just too much. The blender. I hated it. One of my least favorite drinks.
See, we just shook ours at this event. We didn't blend it.
And we had two different blenders. One, when they blend up a milkshake or whatever. Have you seen one of those?
Mm-hmm.
I actually sliced my thumb on one of those before.
Oh my gosh.
It's insane.
I cut my finger before.
Yeah, I've injured myself a lot. Painkiller, though. That's crazy. That's the first time I've heard that. I haven't heard painkiller in forever.
I would teach
that
them
would be that right there, painkiller.
I would teach them that, or something super simple, like tequila sunrise.
Okay.
Good, but to the point.
Can't go wrong with tequila. That's what they say. I'm not a fan, but whatever. You like tequila?
It's pretty good sometimes.
Is that your go-to?
No.
What's your go-to?
Whiskey.
I know that's right. Yeah. Okay.
Definitely whiskey.
I know that's right. All right, bet. All right. So, for all our listeners who might be teachers, have 9 to 5, thinking about picking up bartending, right? What advice would you give them?
You can do it. You just gotta balance.
You can do it.
You can do it. Just like I tell them, my kids, you can do it.
That's it, and you just walk away, drops mic.
Yeah. Drop mic. You can do it.
I wouldn't feel confident at all.
You should. From me, you can do it. From me is top notch.
It's top notch.
You can do it.
There you go.
That better.
Yeah. Oh, that was great.
Now
Thanks.
you feel confident, don't you?
Maybe. I don't know. We'll see.
You feel inspired?
All right. What's the biggest challenge you faced between, face balancing both? Have you ever hit a time where you're just I gotta let this go, or I can't do it, I need a break? Or you just kind of take it all in and handle it like a G?
The last one. Definitely handle it like a G.
Just do what you gotta do.
I love both my worlds, so you just gotta make it happen, make it work.
I know that's right. I know that's right, for sure. What makes it all worth it? What makes it all worth it being a teacher? What makes it all worth it being a bartender? And, what does it for you?
Well, both jobs make me able to live the life I want to live.
And what's that life?
Traveling, helping people, working with people. So people all around.
I know that's right. So you're a people lover?
I try to be.
What's the next place you want to travel?
I would love to go to Australia.
Australia? Mm-hmm. Why Australia?
It just, I don't know. It just looks really cool to be at. So,
in the desert?
There's bodies of water there too. So don't,
is there?
There is.
Every time I see Australia, it's just desert and kangaroos. Well, I'm just saying.
Maybe I want to see a kangaroo.
A kangaroo? You ever seen Kangaroo Jack?
No.
What? That is an oldie. Kangaroo Jack, you've never seen that.
No.
All right, add that to your list too.
Okay.
Watch that. That is a classic.
Blink twice.
Blink twice. Kangaroo Jack.
Kangaroo Jack, okay.
Yes.
I'll check back in.
Oh my gosh, you haven't seen Kangaroo Jack? Man, what? Literally, I used to watch that every day.
Okay, I'm going to go look it up.
Yes, please do. Amazon.
Dang, everything's on Amazon?
Yeah, you can find pretty much everything on Amazon.
Okay, I'll look it up.
I don't know if it's free or not. I'm just saying.
Oh, okay.
A little $2.99 won't hurt, right?
Well, not too bad. Not too much.
Alrighty. So, we're going to wrap things up, right? Okay. And before we do, we're going to do a little rapid fire. All right.
Oh, man.
Little Miss Goggles. All right. So, I'm going to ask you some questions, and you just say the first thing that comes to mind, whatever that answer may be, okay? It could be crazy. It could be funny. It could be serious. Get a little deep with it, however you want to answer, all right? Are you ready?
Not at all.
Okay, a drink you'd never make.
An old-fashioned.
An old-fashioned? Why?
Because it's just...
Y'all are haters on this
so
old-fashioned. They're
much
overrated.
goes into
So
it.
much goes into it. It literally is whiskey, bitters, and a little bit of simple syrup. What the hell?
It's just... Sometimes it's just too much.
Rachel, that's not a great enough answer for me. I'm just saying.
It's just too much sometimes, okay?
No, it's not.
It is.
It's not. Try using a smoke machine.
Exactly. Do you see yourself? You're already adding things to this old-fashioned.
I'm just...
That's the issue.
But I'm just saying, the base of an old-fashioned is simple. And I'm just saying, you think it's so much, add a smoke machine.
That's my point. I don't want to.
All right, man. Whatever. You're a hater. All right?
I am.
Yeah, you are. Okay. Most underrated cocktail.
A ranch water.
You picked the most basic drink.
But exactly. It's underrated.
It's underrated,
You
I
can
think,
make
for a
a
reason.
really good ranch water.
How?
You could add stuff to it.
Like what?
I think you should add like pineapple to it.
Oh, it's too much.
Too
yeah,
much?
yeah. You see how I feel?
No.
You see how I feel? We got two simple recipes.
No.
All right. Whatever, Rachel.
No.
Anyways, freaking ranch water, club
know.
soda, and tequila.
He's gonna make it really good.
Okay, if you say so. All right. Oh, nah, never mind. All right. Favorite drink to sip when you're off the clock?
Good whiskey Coke.
Whiskey Coke. That's it. You don't spice up your whiskey? Whiskey sour?
No.
Really?
Do you like whiskey sours? What's your favorite whiskey drink?
I could do a whiskey sour.
Besides old fashioned. Don't want to get you started on that again.
Yeah, please don't. You kind of already are. Okay. Anyways, whiskey sour, or I'll do a Kentucky Mule. A Kentucky Mule is not so bad. I'm not really a fan of ginger beer, but it's not that bad. I can go for it. Better than vodka. So, if you had a signature drink named after you, what would it be called, and why?
You know mine. You know what it would be called.
Well, the people want to hear. Ain't that right, people? They want to hear.
Do we want to name it Goggles?
Yes, we do. Sure do.
The Goggles.
Yeah, buddy.
No.
Yes, please. Y'all lucky I got my goggles today, okay?
Sorry, I don't have them with me today.
All right, so, okay, the drink name will be Goggles.
Do we want to... Okay.
Do you want to name it Goggles? I'm sorry, this is your question, not mine.
I'm with y'all, yes. If it was, like, just normal people.
What?
Like, just, like, everyday people, like, they wouldn't know the story behind it.
All right, well, you're going to tell them the story, okay? It's called Goggles, and then what the drink will be.
No, you tell the story and how you felt whenever I told you.
Oh, the story about Goggles?
Yes.
Oh, that was a fantastic story. It makes me giggle. It makes me giggle every day. When I see Rachel, I giggle, okay? I think of Goggles. I confront her as Goggles. She is no longer Rachel, except for right now, okay? But I call her Goggles because she says she wears goggles when she's in the shower to protect her eyelashes.
It's true.
Now, that makes sense to me.
It works.
Absolutely not. I mean, I don't understand. I don't get it. Maybe she can explain that.
If you're a girl and you have your lashes done.
So what are you saying? I'm not a girl? I'm just playing.
And your lashes are done. It protects your lashes, like while you're in the shower.
In the comments, if you do that, please let us know. I want to know if this is really a
It's
thing.
genius.
Or, you know, if you just started something. You know what I mean?
I could have. It's genius, though.
It's genius. Are you going to take it to Shark Tank?
I will. Catch me. That'll be my next series I do.
Okay, well, what would the drink be consist of?
Well,
You called it Goggles.
okay. So do we want like blue carousel? Since it says Goggles, so I think of like the ocean and stuff like that. Do we want like blue carousel?
In the shower. Think about the ocean in the shower. Okay, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
We want like blue carousel, pineapple juice. You want to do what kind of alcohol would you put in there?
Maybe a rum.
Rum sounds really good in there.
No, keep it sweet. All that good stuff.
Yep.
Yeah, rum or vodka, but I think rum.
I think rum.
Yeah, rum.
Rum sounds good.
Yeah, maybe Malibu.
Malibu, blue carousel, some pineapple.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
For sure. All right, cool beans. I respect it. I respect it. All right, for sure. All right, Goggles, aka Rachel. You crushed it today. All right. I enjoyed myself. Thank you for being a part of this episode.
Thank you for having me.
Hope you enjoyed yourself.
I did.
Yep, gotta have you back. You feel me? All right, bet. So, to all our listeners out there, thanks for sipping with us. If you love this episode, please make sure you go subscribe, like, comment, do all those good things. Make sure you follow us on all of our socials at DFW Bartending, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok for behind the scenes bar recipes and upcoming events. Okay, until next time, keep your pour strong, keep your weekends free, and your bartenders, tip them well. Okay, for the people in the back, tip them well. Thank you so much. All right, so love, peace, and hair grease, everybody. We are out. Woo!
Off of 7